Morning, gentlemen. Morning. Crypto quick update. This is a non-charting crypto one, but I will tweet out an interesting chart done by one of my students who are implementing the HVF method. So Bitcoin is the one I'm discussing, and the key element with Bitcoin, we had our 19,000 run. We had a very capitulative sell-off. We had a first inverted HVF in a new trend. It overperformed. We got a second continuation HVF down. It overperformed, and it ran all the way down to, I think it was 11s. Then we had this bouncy period, made it marginally higher highs. Everyone thought it was back on the train again, but there was a very flat bottom under that. It set up again, another inverted structure, and it sold off again. This time it ran the key 10,000 level. Then we got a rally again. We are in inverted HVF structure, and it has triggered to the downside. So I haven't been putting out much on the free view channels because we've got a lot of really good quality people in premium and they need looking after. But the key message has been that Bitcoin is weak and is setting up for another stab down. And it seems this morning that that potential inverted HVF could well have triggered. Now, for those that are on free view, where's it going to go? Well, the targets that we have are 7,000. I would expect the key level just to be run, so you could even get a number with a 6. So you could get 6, 9, whatever's. But the targets to the downside are approaching 7,000, and I suspect it could even get a tiptoe over because our key levels are always usually run. Now, the interesting thing on some of this is that with this recent sell-off, Ethereum, for example, illustrated relative strength and was actually against Bitcoin gained. But I suspect against fiat, the crypto realm as a whole may face a contraction if we get a very impulsive move down on Bitcoin. So we're going into our theory weekend for our November, our back end of last year people who have already been building up on their primer training, and they're going to enjoy this immensely. But I fear for Bitcoin deeper dive before it eventually recovers. On a bigger time frame, the weekly stroke monthly, weekly, and even on the compressed daily, once this is done, it's not end of the world, end of days aspect. Once it's had its final sell-offs, which may be this time or may not, it's actually not too bad. There's a large macro kind of falling wedge feel about it, so there will be a point when Bitcoin will return with some gumption, but short, medium, even medium, mildly long, we've got a risk of further downside. Probably 7,000s with a tiptoe over the key 7,000 level. So it's just triggered and sold off for a bit, and that has been a triggering event that is negative. Bear in mind, all patterns can fail, and there can be return moves to what we call our funnel levels at key points when you have had a capitulative move. So it doesn't always mean it goes in a straight line. But in our 5 stages of a breakout, number 3 is known as capitulation or melt up, depending on whether it's an upside or a downside. And that's the part where the bulk of the money gets made and you get a lot of gain in a short time. So you don't want to be long in an inverted HVF in capitulation stage particularly. Okay, that's a quick check-in with you. Hope you enjoy that. And if there's anything you want to find out more, themarketsniper.com. You know the usual. Have a good weekend.